with Tavares, I was kind of expecting him because of the head injury and everything that had to happen over the summer. I wasn't expecting him to come out of the gates flying. I figured it's going to take a while for him to get comfortable and get his timing back.
That's
Marner,
fair.
on the other hand,
Different story, dude. This guy should be.
I thought this guy would come out and be like, you think I'm not worth 10 million?
Oh, dude.
You think I suck? Watch this. He's come out and he looks like the pressure has just broken him.
I was thinking like meatloaf all day long, like a bat out of hell.
One or two?
I don't know. Pick one. Doesn't matter to me. Just
did you know that Meatloaf didn't make any money off Bat Out of Hell?
No,
the contract that he signed with his record company gave him like almost no money off singles or record sales or anything. The only way he made money was touring, and he barely got any ticket sales. So he lived off of t-shirt sales and shit like that. He made no money from like radio play and stuff of one of the biggest songs of all time, In Paradise by the Dashboard Light.
That's crazy to me.
The more you know.
Yeah, well, like that's what I thought Mitch Marner would be like this season, like a bat out of hell, but that's not what we've seen. We've seen like I'm like, what this guy looks like, dude. And we talked about this leading up to the season starting in a couple podcasts we were doing leading up to the start of the season. Like, he's got to come out with the whole different fucking mantra this season of like this. I'm taking this fucking league over. I'm going to stop. I'm going to shut all the critics up. This is, I'm going to show everybody what's up. I'm going to show everybody what I really am. Well, this is a scary fucking start for me from this guy. Like, what is going on here?
It's funny. We're watching the game last night, and my wife says to me about Marner, she doesn't listen to the podcast, which blew my mind. But anyway, she's like, the Leafs need a good sports psychologist, because she's like, Marner looks like he's in his own head. And I said, they hired Tom Brady's and Michael Phelps, sports psychologist, to work with the team. So it's not like he doesn't have something to help deal with this. But man, his brain looks like it's spinning in circles. He's trying so hard out there to, I don't know what he's trying to do. And then you look at Nylander, calm, cool, fucking on fire.
Like, no worries, can't miss. So yeah, like I just, and like the Overdrive guys talked about this, like just thought that the start of the season, after all the hate in the summer directed at Mitch, rightfully or wrongfully, but he was he got pinned for a lot of the loss in the playoffs. And like, he talks about turning off his social media and he says all the right things, but it's like, okay, you can say it. We don't care about what you're fucking saying. When it's fucking 7 o'clock, when it's 7 o'clock and the puck drops, you look the fucking same. You don't look any different. I'm just like, I don't want to give up on this guy, but I have not. And I know it's early. It's only 3 games. He could come out tomorrow night and pop fucking 3. Wouldn't surprise me.
Yeah, he could have a 5-point night or something.
He could,
especially with Matthews being back.
But
that's the other thing. He doesn't have his brother. But at $10.5 million, you should be able to drive a line yourself.
Yeah,
especially with John Tavares on it.
Like Patty Kane didn't have his buddy fucking Taves all last year, and like he still had an incredible season on his own. When you're making 11 million bones on your own, guess what? It's not a dynamic duo here. You got to show up.
That's great that you bring up Patrick Kane, because do you remember when Patrick Kane had, I don't even know if it was a full off year, but he just had like an off season for a little bit. And Chicago just as bad as Toronto for putting pressure on their players and stuff. The difference was,
well, they won 3 Stanley Cups, so it's a little easier, I'd say.
It's a little easier for him. Yeah, for sure. He had the playoff success, but people were writing him off to be done. And he came back the next season. Dude was
killed it.
He killed it. He was unbelievable. And that's what I expected of Mitch Marner.
Same. Year. And we haven't seen that through 3 games. He might get there, but it's just discouraging that he didn't come out like Meatloaf, bat out of hell from opening night, opening puck drop. Boom. I'm taking this fucking league over. He kind of looks like the same guy.
Yeah.
Which is very, dude, I don't know. I honestly, we'll see. There's a long way to go here, but it's discouraging, is it not?
It's discouraging for sure. For sure, it's discouraging. We hope that he bounces out of it. We just expect more. And again, we're going to reiterate, it's only 3 games.
Yeah.
And they did get the win 3-2. a lot of the players have looked really good. Jack Campbell's been fantastic this season. William Nylander's been fantastic. Jason Spetz has been fantastic. Michael Bunting's looked great. Kampf has looked great.
Yep.
Cachet's looked great. There have been some really bright. I think Sandin has been the most comfortable defenseman.
He's been their best defenseman.
Yeah.
Through 3 games without a fucking
So
doubt.
there are a lot of bright spots, and Marner just hasn't shone through yet. He hasn't come through the light. But
before we move off of Mitch and JT, I will just say this. Through 3 games,
yes,
Mitch Marner, 1 assist. John Tavares, 1 assist.
Hey everyone, Chad here from the Tipping Maple Leafs podcast. Thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, check out some of our other videos. And if you like those ones, well, why don't you take the like button and give it a little tip? Maybe hit the subscribe button, give it a little tip. And then if you want to listen to the audio version, well, just check out the link in the description below, and you can find our podcast in all platforms. You can check out our social media. And if you like those, give them a little tip or the tip in.